It's Grahamlet 4.0, 97.5% memorized. This is Act 4, Scene 7. Yeah. No devices are in my ear here, and no devices are in my ear over here, and there's nothing on my computer here for me to read the text, and it's not up here. So we're gonna just do it from memory. Right. Now must your conscience make quit and seal, and you must put me in your heart for friend. Sith you have heard, and with a knowing ear, that he which hath your noble father slain pursued my life. It well appears. But tell me why you proceeded not against these feats, so crimeful and so capital in nature, as by your safety, greatness, wisdom, all things else you mainly were stirred up. Oh, for two special reasons, which may perhaps to you seem much insinuate, and yet to me they are strong. The queen, his mother, lives almost by his looks. And for myself, my virtue or my plague, be it either which, she's so conjunctive to my life and soul that, as the star moves not but in a sphere, I could not but by her. The other motive why to a public hunt I might not go is the great love the general gender bear him, who, dipping all his faults in their affection, would, like the spring that turneth wood to stone, convert his gyves to graces, so that my arrows, too slightly timbered for so loud a wind, would have reverted to my bow again, and not where I had aimed them. And so have I, a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfection. But my revenge will come. Break not your sleeps for that. You must not think that we are made of stuff so flat and dull that we can let our beard be shook with danger and take it pastime. You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father, and we love ourselves, and that I hope will teach you to imagine. How now, what news? Letters, my lord, from Hamlet. This to your majesty, this to the queen. From Hamlet? Who brought them? Sailors, my lord, they say. I saw them not. They were given me by Claudio. He received them. Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, you shall know I am set naked on your kingdom. Tomorrow shall I beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall, first asking your pardon, thereunto recount the occasion of my sudden and more strange return. Hamlet. What should this mean? Will the rest come back too, or is it some abuse and no such thing? Know you the hand? 'Tis Hamlet's character. Naked. And in a postscript here he says, alone. Can you advise me? I am lost in it, my lord. But let him come. He warms the very sickness in my heart that I shall live to tell him to his teeth, thus didst thou. If it be so, Laertes, as how should it be so how otherwise? Will you be ruled by me? Aye, my lord, if so, you'll not all rule me to a peace. To thine own peace. If he be now returned, as checking at his voyage, and that he means no more to undertake it, I will work him to an exploit now wrapped in my device, under the which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death, no wind of blame shall breathe, but even his mother shall uncharge to practice and call it accident. My lord, I will be ruled. The rather if you could devise it so that I might be the organ. It falls right. You've been talked of since your travels much, and that in Hamlet's hearing, for a quality therein they say you shine. Your summer parts did not together pluck such entry from amidst that one, and that's in my regard I am worthy as siege. What part is that, my lord? The very ribbon in the cap of youth. Yet needful too. For youth no less becomes the light and careless livery that it wears than settled age his sables and his weeds, importing health and braveness. Some 2 months since, here was a gentleman of Normandy. I've seen myself and served against the French, and they can well on horseback. But this gallant had witchcraft in it. He grew into his seat, and to such wondrous doings brought his horse as he had been encorpsed in any nature with the brave beast. So far he passed my thought that I, in forgery of shapes and tricks, come short of what he did. A Norman was a Norman. Upon my life, Lamore, the very same. I know him well. He is the brute indeed and gem of all the nation. He made confession of you, and gave you such a masterly report for art and exercise in your defence, and for your rapier most especially, that he cried out 'twould be a sight indeed if one could match you, sir. The scummers of the nation who swore neither motion guard nor eye if you opposed them. Sir, this report of his did Hamlet so envenom with his envy, that he could nothing do but wish and beg your sudden coming o'er to play with him. Now, Out of this. What out of this, my lord? Laertes, was your father dear to you? Or are you like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart? I ask you this. Not that I think you did not love your father, but that I know love has begun by time, and that I see in passages of proof time qualifies the spark and fire of it. There lives within the very flame of love a kind of wick or snuff that will abate it. And nothing is ever like goodness still. For goodness, growing to a pleurisy, dies in his own too much. That we would do, we should do when we would. For this would changes, and hath abatements and delays as many as that our tongues, our hands, our accidents. And then this should is like a spendthrift sigh that hurts by easing. But, to the quicker the ulcer, Hamlet comes back. What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son in deed more than in words? To cut his throat to the church. No place indeed should murder sanctuarize. Revenge should have no bounds. But, good Laertes, will you do this? Keep close within your chamber. Hamlet returns shall know you are come home. Will put on those shall praise your excellence. Set a double varnish on the fame the Frenchman gave you. Bring you in fine together, and wager on your heads. He, being remiss, most generous, and free from all contriving, will not peruse the foils. So that with ease, or with a little shuffling, you may choose a sword unbaited, and in a passive practice, requite him for your father. I will do it. And for that purpose I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction from a mountebank, so immortal that I dip a knife in it, where it draws blood. No cataplasm so rare, collected from all simples that of virtue under the moon, can save the thing from death, that is but scratched with all. I'll touch my point with this contagion, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death. Let's further think of this. Wayward convenience, both of time and means, may fit us to our shape. If this should fail, and then our drift look through our bad performance to a better art assayed. Therefore, this project should have a back or second which might hold if this did blast and proof. Soft, let me see. We'll make a solemn wager on your cunnings. I had. When in your motion you are hot and dry, as make your bouts more violent to that end, and that he calls for drink, I'll have prepared him a chalice for the nonce when but sipping. If he by chance escape our venom stuck, our purpose may, if he by chance escape your venom stuck, our purpose may hold there. How now? Sweet queen. One word of tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes. Drowned? Oh, where? There is a willow, grows aslant a brook, that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There with fantastic garlands did she make of crowflowers, nettles, daisies, long purples, that liberal shepherds give a grosser name, but our cold maids do dead men's fingers call them. There, on the pendant boughs, her crownet weeds clamouring to hang, an envious sliver broke, when down herself and her weedy trophies fell in the weeping brook. Her clothes spread wide and murmured like a while they bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old lords as one incapable of her own distress, or like a creature native and endued into that element. But long it could not be, till the Grahamlets, happy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from a melodious lay to muddy death. Alas, then she is drowned, drowned, drowned. Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. But yet it is our trick. Nature, her custom holds, let shame say what it will. When these are gone, the woman will be out. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that this folly doubts it. Let's follow him, Gertrude. How much I do to calm his rage, now fear I this will give it start again. Therefore let's follow.